if we're facing this way, we'll face to the right. Let's do a weave lockout on the right, and then a weave lockout on the left, then a weave lockout on the right, then a weave lockout on the left, and then from the weave, I'm not sure we've done this before, let's do this super slick transition into a buzzsaw. And what we're going to do is bring both arms in between, both poi in between the arms. And as you bring it between the arms, you stick your fingers out, let it wrap, and then you're suddenly in your beautiful buzzsaw in the middle. So you're weaving, you come into your buzzsaw here, and then I want you to plane shift it down into, on top of the right arm, so it'll be counterclockwise, and turn around in the buzzsaw to your left, come back to your front, and then turn to your right, which is a little harder for most people, and then come back to where you started, plane shift it back up into the overhand buzzsaw, release it, come out in overhand, and sweep back, up, over, and down, sweep back, up, over, and down, sweep back, up, over, down, and come into the overhand weave, and we're gonna do that whole sequence again. So weave, and then lock out on your right, and then weave, and then lock out on your left. So lock out right, lock out left, lock out right, lock out left. Now we're gonna weave, bring it into the buzzsaw, plane shift it down onto the counterclockwise buzzsaw, turn, 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 turn to the left, and then turn, 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 turn to the right, plane shift it back up again, open it up, release, and chase the sun 1 and 2 and 3 times, and then we're going to repeat it again. Come back down into the weave on the right and lock out right, weave, lock out left, weave, lock out right, weave, lock out left, weave, and then bring it into the buzzsaw in the middle, wrap it up as you go in, plane shift it down onto the right arm. Now we're going to turn to the left in the counterclockwise horizontal buzzsaw, then turn back to the right, then plane shift it back up to vertical, open it up, release the poi to the side, chase the sun, and now we'll move on. We'll come up into the pinwheel, and then from the pinwheel do an extension 3 times, 1 and 2 and 3. Now turn. On this 4th one, we're going to turn 360 all the way around, come back into the pinwheel, and then come back down to the weave, and turn left to the underhand weave, turn right to the overhand weave, turn left to the underhand weave, and then extension right, extension left, extension right, extension left, underhand weave, open it up, sweep up over the top, stall between your legs, change direction, come up counterclockwise, chase the sun, and then from here, come down into overhand weave on the left, and we're gonna lock out right, lock out left, lock out right, air wrap, back to the lockout, back to the weave, lock out left, weave, lock out, air wrap, lock out, weave, lock out left, weave, lock out. Oh, this is the air wrap that you don't know. Sorry, I did that wrong. Back to the, well, good practice. Back to the weave, open it up, chase the sun, turning to the right here, come up into the counterclockwise pinwheel, make it big 3 times, 1 and 2 and 3, and then we're going to turn to the right 360 degrees, come back to the pinwheel, and lock out, back to the weave, lock out, back to the weave. Now go into your overhand 2-petal flower, 2-petal flower, 2-petal flower, 2-petal flower, back to the weave, turn to the left to underhand weave, open it up into the 2-petal flower, 2-petal flower, 2-petal flower, 2-petal flower, back to the underhand weave, come up into the pinwheel, make it big 3 times again, 1 and 2 and 3, turn right 360 degrees again, and back down into chase the sun, and then we're going to come over the top, open the legs, stall in between the legs, come up into clockwise, chase the sun, and then lock out your good air wrap, overhand weave, and lock out, weave, lock out, air wrap, lock out, weave, lock out, weave, lock out, air wrap, back up to pinwheel, down to the air wrap, back up to the pinwheel, down to the air wrap, back up to the pinwheel, down to the air wrap, back up to the pinwheel, back to overhand weave, and lock out right, lock out left, lock out right, lock out left, back into the weave, wrap it up, come into your buzzsaw. This time we're gonna plane shift it down onto the left hand, so we're going the other way. It should be clockwise buzzsaw, under your arm, turn to the right, turn to the right, turn to the right, turn to the right. Now we're gonna turn against it to the left. This should be the awkward one in this direction. Plane shift it back up, release, chase the sun, come up into the pinwheel, plane shift your pinwheel down into a corkscrew, turn to the right with it. You're turning with it, turning with it, turning with it, turning with it. And then sync it up, sync it up, sync it up. And then we're gonna come underneath the right leg, then the left leg while we turn, and come underneath the right leg, then the left leg while we turn. And one more time, under the right leg, under the left leg. Come down and tap on the right, up and over, down and tap on the left, up and over, down and tap on the right, up and over, down and tap on the left. Now turn around, come down and tap, turn to the left, up, around, down and tap, turn to the right, up, around, down and tap, turn to the left. Now this time add the jump as you turn. So turn and jump, and turn and jump, and turn and jump, and turn and jump. Now tap it, come up into the corkscrew, bring it up, plane shift it up, plane shift it up, plane shift it up. Then come down on your right hand side in overhand, stall your right hand back, come into overhand butterfly on the front, take out right, take out left, bring your right up, bring your left up, both go up, right out, left out, right goes up, left goes up, both up, third time, right out, left out, right goes up, left goes up, both goes up, and last one, right out, right goes up, left goes up, both up. Now repeat, up and down, 2 more times, last one, bring it down, come into the overhand opposite hip rail, boom, 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 bring it back to the butterfly in the front. We're gonna do a butterfly turn around to the left, so left out, turn to underhand, left out, turn to overhand. Now a right turn, right out, turn to underhand, right out, turn to overhand, left turn again, left out to underhand, left out to overhand, and right out to underhand, right out to overhand. Now we're gonna do the turn and tap and squat and stall combo. So turn, tap on your right calf, squat and stall, come back to butterfly. Now we're gonna turn to the left, tap, squat, stall, back to butterfly. Repeat to the right, turn and tap, squat and stall, back to butterfly, turn to the left, and turn and tap, squat and stall, back to butterfly. 2 more times, turn and tap to the right, squat and stall, back to butterfly, turn and tap to the left, squat and stall, back to butterfly, the right, turn and tap, squat and stall, back to butterfly, to the left, turn and tap, squat and stall, back to butterfly, thread the needle overhand. Now you're gonna turn to your left with left takeout, and then when you turn left, bring your right hand into underhand, thread the needle on the other side. Then you're gonna open it up to the side here, and bring your left hand into thread the needle on the front. And then you're gonna open to your left, bring the right hand into thread the needle on your left. And then you're gonna turn to your right, bring the left hand into thread the needle on the right. And then open it up again, bring the right hand into thread the needle. And then turn to the right, bring your left hand into thread the needle on the front. And then bring your hands open again, right hand comes into thread the needle on your left side or on the back, depending on how you look at it, open it up again. And then we're gonna turn and butterfly, turn around, so left comes into overhand butterfly, right comes out, left comes in, right comes out, back to overhand, angel, 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 last one, double stall out, come into underhand, opposite hip rail, bring it up to underhand, opposite pinwheel. And then we're gonna come back down to the hip rail, and then go back up to the pinwheel, and then make it big with the right, make it big with the left, make it big with the right, make it big with the left, and right, and left, and right, and left. And now take your 2 poi, hold them here, and now wrap around your 2 hands, so your poi are short. Then you're gonna take your right poi, come across to the left side, stall as you do, and then come into an overhand buzzsaw on this side. And then bring your left hand out and come back in. So you're doing a take out around the outside and then come back in. Take out and then you come back into the buzzsaw.